All right, we getting an early morning stream started here? I think we are. Should probably let the Discord know, although I don't know how many people are even going to be around at this time. But we'll let the Discord know anyway. There we go. And we'll head on over here. Takes me a minute to get everything going, guys. Let's see. Takes me a minute. All right. Got the stream pulled up on my end. Cool deal, cool deal. What is up, everybody? Wonderbro here with Vacate Fear. Early morning unexpected stream. I bet nobody foresaw me streaming at 5:30 a.m. But here we are. But here we are. All right, so we did let the Discord know we're good over there. Should I do it twice? I don't know. It's kind of early, I'd say, to be pinging people with so many notifications. Lewis, what's up, dude? Hi, hello, welcome to the stream. How you guys doing? What bro? What's up, my dude? What's up, Lewis? How you been? I'm doing good, man. I figured, what the hell, we'll do an early morning stream. It's been a while since we've done an early morning stream, so why not? Why not? I'm just trying to get everything set up over here. What's up, Mel? How you doing? Just trying to get everything set up over here. It's too early for lo-fi, guys. It's too early for music. We're gonna go without the music today. What's up, KY? What's up? What's up? We'll give it a few minutes as we usually do to let some people get in here. This is going to be more of just a chill, laid back kind of stream. Although we do have a topic for today's stream, which is anxiety. You know the truth, but the brain wants shown the truth. So this is a big one. This is a big one. Even though this is going to be more of like a chill, relaxed, laid back stream, it's still a big topic, right? It's still a big subject. It's still a big subject. There are many different throat symptoms with anxiety. Of course, everybody knows I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose anybody, but there are many different throat-related symptoms with anxiety. So there is that. There is that. Let's see here. Bum, 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 bum. All right, ladies and gents, what are we? 3 minutes into this. Normally we wait a bit longer than this, but since it is such an odd stream time, I don't foresee a whole lot of people participating in this stream live anyway. Maybe, I don't know, I could be completely wrong. So instead of waiting the amount of time that we normally do, I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. So today's topic is anxiety. You know the truth, but the brain wants shown the truth. Now here's the thing, all right? Here's the thing, people, okay? So, a lot of times when we fall into the sensitized state, which is when the brain becomes so tired and fragile that it overreacts to every thought, situation, person, etc., etc., a lot of times what happens is we try to go the rational route. Okay, which is understandable. That's perfectly fine. That's human nature. Of course, you would want to try to go the rational route to the best of your ability. You would want to try to see the rational side of these very irrational thoughts, right? You would want to try to see the rational side to these very irrational, negative, intrusive thoughts. So that's human nature, and I completely get it, right? But here's the thing. Here's the kicker. Here's the big pitfall. You guys know we had a surprise in store for you. Unfortunately, it can't be that straightforward. Okay. Unfortunately, it can't be that straightforward. So there's something to be said about being rational, which is great. But like I said, unfortunately for a sensitized person, it's usually not that straightforward because what happens is your brain is in such a sensitized state and it's so fragile and triggering unnecessarily over just about anything and everything that the more you try to be rational, right? The more you try to be rational, the less time you're spending speaking the language that the brain speaks. And what is the language that that part of the brain speaks? Positive, accepting behaviors. So here's the pitfall, here's the trick. It's understandable that you want to be rational, okay? And I know deep down inside of you, no matter what your thoughts are, there's a part of you that knows the truth. There's a part of you that even, if suffering happens in your life, there's still a part of you that knows, okay, that everything's going to be okay. It's somewhere deep down in there. But again, here's the thing. When you spend all of your time and energy and effort on trying to fight with these thoughts, all right, so you're spending each day, every day trying to fight with your thoughts, instead of putting that same amount of energy and effort into the one language that the brain speaks, okay, which is positive accepting behaviors, that's what it wants to see. That's what it really wants to see. It wants to see you behaving as if all is well, because all is well. You might not feel well, but all is well, and there is actually no real threat or danger. So it wants to see you behaving as if all is well. So the thing is, we put all of our time and effort and dedication into trying to be rational with these thoughts. And like I said, there's something to be said about being rational. I get it. But the problem is we end up running in circles. We end up running in circles because the brain does, in fact, indeed, only speak that one language. So you can have these waves of anxiety, or you can be sensitized for most of your day or part of your day, whatever, whatever the case may be for you. But instead of pouring and dumping all of your energy and effort into trying to force the rational side of you out, into trying to force the truth out, let's put all of that same energy and effort into positive accepting behaviors. Because, like we read the other day, we had a little bit of a reading session here on the channel. We read that the brain only learns in one way. Okay, the subconscious emotional part of the brain responsible for your anxiety only learns in one way, and that's positive accepting behaviors. So if we sit around all day trying to force our rational sides out, trying to force the truth on our brain, okay, we're not going to get very far, because we can know deep down in our hearts that we're being irrational. We can know deep down in our hearts what the truth is. We can know deep down in our hearts that even if bad things happen, we will move forward, right? So we can know all this deep down in our hearts. Like somebody said, I'm suffering with death anxiety, right? So you can know deep down in your heart that once upon a time maybe you didn't have this fear. Once upon a time maybe you didn't overreact to this fear the way that you're overreacting to it now. You can know this deep down in your heart. But if you put all of your energy trying to rationalize that, you're in that sensitized state and the brain only speaks that one language. You're in that sensitized state and the brain only speaks that one language, which is positive, accepting behaviors. You can become someone who doesn't fear what you thought you feared 2 weeks ago if you're using positive, accepting behaviors, because the brain only learns in that way. Right? So instead of putting all of your energy into trying to fight this and to fight that and to fight the irrational thoughts, and just know and live by the mantra. Okay, live by the mantra. I know the truth, but the brain wants shown the truth. All right? I know the truth, but the brain wants shown the truth. That's what you need to live by. Deep down inside, you know the truth, but the brain wants shown the truth. This is not you, right? You know this is not the calm, rational you. You know this is the sensitized you. All right? So I'm going to pull this up, if I can find it, that is. I'm going to pull this up and read a little bit from this because I love this borrowed wisdom here. I love this side here. You think you are your fears, right? You think you are your fears. You think this is who you are as a person. This is not who you are as your person. The only thing separating you and from the person who doesn't fear what you fear is that they've trained their brain in a certain way with their behaviors. That's the only difference. And that's why I say anybody in chat can become the person that they want to become. That person's that's not afraid of this or that, regardless of what the fear is, if we use these positive accepting behaviors. If we speak the one language that the brain speaks, which is positive accepting behaviors, you can rewire your brain to where you are the same and feel the same as that person down the street who doesn't fear what you currently fear. Right? That's the only difference between you person and that between that person and you as a person. Right? So I'm getting this pulled up here on my end. What's up, Mary? Welcome to the chat. There's no like post stream, pre stream. We're just having a little conversation today. How you doing, Mary? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so we read this the other day, but I'm going to read parts of it for those of you who may have missed it, right? What does behavior do for your anxiety and why nothing short of that will work? Okay, behavior is the only way to break the anxiety loop. Why only? Because unless you behave unanxiously, all the insight, wisdom of a lifetime, okay, it's going to be hard to break that anxiety loop. So, behavior is the only way to break the anxiety loop, right? We have to deliberately create the kind of experiences that our brains need in order to recover and change. And all it means by that is we have to use positive accepting behaviors. The brain once shown that there's not a real danger. The brain once shown that there's not a real tiger. So, I've got a lot of people, and it was like we were talking about earlier, I got a lot of people that say, well, I can't get over this one fear. Even though I know deep down inside, I know this truth or I know that truth, it still triggers me. And that's because you have a sensitized amygdala, right? So of course it's going to trigger you, whether you know the truth or don't know the truth, or can be rational about it or not be rational about it. Whichever way the cookie crumbles on that one is irrelevant. Of course it's going to trigger you because you've got a sensitized amygdala, whether you know the truth or don't know the truth, or so forth and so on. So the only thing separating you from the person you used to be or the person you want to be, and the only thing separating you from the person down the street who doesn't have these fears, okay, and who isn't triggered so unnecessarily, is that amygdala, right? Now, the reason that's important is because, again, what language does the amygdala speak? Behavior. What language does the amygdala speak? Behavior. What language does the amygdala speak? Behavior. Okay? So, again, right? That is the language that the amygdala speaks. That is and that's so important to know that, because that's the only difference between you and the person down the street, right? So I'm getting some more stuff pulled up here. Just a second. Just a second. Hold on, chat. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. The onslaught of a sudden distressing thought triggers the amygdala, right? If we understand how the amygdala works, we'd know what we should do, more particularly what we should not do. We'd know that it's a false alarm by the subconscious emotional brain, and that the only way to train this part of the brain is by behaviorally demonstrating that there is no threat, right? But because we think if it feels this bad, it is this bad, we normally go in a different direction. So, again, so many people putting so much effort into fighting with their thoughts. And as I said earlier, there's something to be said about being rational, okay? But here's the thing. How about we put the same amount of energy into the language that the brain does speak? Those positive accepting behaviors. Okay, so again, that subconscious emotional part of the brain, okay, the only way to train this part of the brain is behaviorally demonstrating that there is no threat. And when it says behaviorally demonstrating that there is no threat, that means living life, okay? That means just doing what you would normally do if you weren't so anxious. And I know some people out there say, well, that's too good to be true. That is way too simple. That is way too, you mean act how I want to feel and I'll start to feel that way? There's no way, dude, because these thoughts are way too important to me. Understand this. All that's happening and all that's going on is due to this sensitized amygdala. If the amygdala was not in the state that it's in, I promise you, you would feel just like your old self, if not better, right? So it's easy to get caught up. It's easy to get caught up and to put the energy into the wrong place, okay? And as I've said already a million times on this stream, there's something to be said about being rational, but you still have a brain to rewire. And that's why the mantra of today's stream is, you know the truth, but the brain once shown the truth. Okay? Because again, the only language that emotional subconscious part of the brain pays attention to is not you saying, oh, well, here's why that won't happen, or here's why, I would get through it if this happened. It doesn't speak that language. Okay? And it's great that you're being rational. But the moment you start fighting with your thoughts, you need to understand you're being bluffed anyway. Because this part of the brain only speaks that one language, and that's behaviors. So, if you're the kind of person who was like I once was, all right, I'm taking a drag off my cigarette here. If you're the kind of person who is like I once was, who had all of my thoughts figured out to a science, right? I knew all of the truths. I knew I was being irrational. I knew this, I knew that, but I was still feeling like crap, right? Or maybe you're on the opposite end of the spectrum. Maybe you can't even be rational right now. That's fine too. Understand this. The amygdala is going to speak that one language, and it's always going to speak that one language, and that's positive accepting behaviors, right? So again, that emotional subconscious part of the brain, it wants to see you behaving in the opposite direction of anxiety. That's what it wants to see. And as soon as it starts to see that, it will start to back off. And as soon as it starts to back off, the quote unquote real you will return. And I know you can't glimpse that right now, but this is how the brain works. I know you can't glimpse that right now, but this is how the brain works. And I know sometimes you get blindsided and you get caught off guard, but this is how the brain works, right? So now that you know this, and now that you have this information, and you've had it for a while, you have to get to that place where you're like, I know the truth. I know the real me. I know the real me's there. I might not even be able to fathom what him or her feels like right now, right? Maybe I'm so caught up in it that I might not be able to even fathom what him or her feels like right now, but I know he's there. I know she's there because I felt it before, right? And truth. I know that the brain speaks this one language, so it's time to get going. And no, I don't feel like it. No, I don't feel like doing this, and no, I don't feel like smiling more, and no, I don't feel like listening to music, and no, I don't feel like doing this or doing that. Right? My brain's making me question everything right now, and my body's following right along with it. So no, I don't feel like it, but I know the truth. So I'm going to start using it, right? And that's really the main point of today's stream is that we need that mantra. We need that mantra. I know the truth, but my brain wants shown the truth. Right? And this is how we start to show the brain the truth by speaking the one language that it speaks, and that's behaviors, positive, accepting behaviors. Right? So, if you take anything from today's stream, guys, take that. Take that bit of information right there. You know the truth deep down in your heart somewhere. Whatever it is that you're worried about, you know how you used to feel about it. You know what the truth is. You know it's down there somewhere, right? So instead of being totally blindsided, caught off guard, and bluffed by these moments where the amygdala is going in the opposite direction of the way that you want it to, simply remind yourself, I know the truth, but my brain wants shown the truth, and then get on track, right, with these positive accepting behaviors. That was the main point of today's stream, chat. That was the main point of today's stream. I know how easy it is to get caught off guard or get blindsided by these amygdala waves, right, that are anything but the real you. I know how it's easy, how easy it is to get caught up in these waves and just flow right with them and start fighting them and resisting them. But you need to understand, you know the truth somewhere deep down in your heart. It might be pretty far down there, right? It might be pretty far down there, but you know the truth somewhere down in there. But the brain wants shown the truth. All right, so hang on to that. Hang on to that, and let's get these brains retrained. All right, chat. Anybody in the chat's capable of doing it, right? You're not born with these fears. You are not born with these fears. So anybody in the chat's capable of doing it. Anybody's in the chat is capable of influencing that emotional subconscious part of the brain, and it starts with acting how you want to feel. I'm not a huge fan of that quote, simply because it makes people think they're faking it or something, which really makes no sense. But I won't open that can of worms right now. But, that's probably the simplest way to put it, so we'll put it that way for simplicity's sake. All right, you guys, so whatever it is you're feeling right now, whatever it is your mind's throwing at you right now, this is just that caveman brain talking, dude. This is just that caveman brain talking, and you need to get back on track with them positive accepting behaviors. You know the truth somewhere deep down in there, and it's time to show that to the brain. All right, you guys, so that was the main point of today's stream. Michelle says, I was blindsided this morning. I needed this stream. Well, hey, I hope it helps you out. That's what we're here for. So what we're going to do now, guys, is just chill out a little bit. Chill, see what's going on with chat today. Chill, see what's going on with chat today. I'm going to take a quick potty break, chat, but I'm going to get you guys some music going at the very least before I go and do that. Won't take me but a minute. Let's see, I'm probably going to get an ad. Actually, you know what? We'll switch to the... Alright, we'll switch to the BRB screen. I'll be right back, guys. All right, we're back. What is up, everybody? What is up? What is up? What is up? Sure is crazy. Agreed. What's up, Andy? How you doing, man? Man, we got a rainy day here. We have got a rainy day here. I can hear it from where I'm sitting. Rainy, rainy, rainy. I'm alright. How things with yourself, Vic? If you're, I'm good, man. Yeah, no, it's just a hangout stream, Michelle. We're just chilling. It's like an unexpected morning type stream. It's not like our usual popular stream or anything like that. We're just chilling. We're just chilling. I don't mind the rain, Andy, honestly. It's some of my favorite weather. It's some of my favorite weather, dude. Like, I love a rainy day. I saw a video about a guy who said he cured his anxiety by playing I Feel Good by James Brown every time he felt anxious. Honestly, that goes back to show you behaviors, chat. Everybody read Mel's comments. Now, does that mean you have to go playing I Feel Good by James Brown every time you're anxious? No, that doesn't mean you have to do that, but hell, it would work. Only if you get with it, though, right? If you get with it, if you smile, dance to it, sing to it, right? Because what that comment proves, okay, Mel said she's seen a video about a guy who said he cured his anxiety by playing I Feel Good by James Brown every time he felt anxious. Now, here's the thing. Here's why that video exists. I've never seen it, but here's why Mel has seen that video. It's because your brain only learns through behavior, chat. That means no matter what your thoughts are saying or what your feelings are doing, okay, as far as anxiety is concerned, irrational anxiety, the silly caveman brain, right? If you accept that anxiety, now I'm not saying deny it, accept it, but show your brain with positive accepting behaviors such as dancing and singing I Feel Good by James Brown every time he felt anxious, you retrain the brain, okay? And eventually this led to quote unquote cure, right? Um, Now, what you decide to do when you're anxious, when you're triggered, is up to you. It is up to you. But that just kind of goes to show you, and I'm glad you made that comment. It just kind of goes to show you how this behavior thing works. Just kind of goes to show you. So you decide what you want to do with that information, right? Nobody can tell you what your positive accepting behaviors should be. That's personal. That's up to you. But you decide what you want to do with that information. He said he was singing and dancing. There you go. I mean, that just kind of goes to prove what we're talking about. I'd love to watch that video. Do you still have that video somewhere? I would like to share that video. It's no big deal if you don't, but that's awesome. I love sharing articles. I love sharing other videos on my Facebook page because I feel like there's I don't know if this is true or not, but I feel like there's a group of people out there that are like vacate fear, maybe he's the only one saying this. Maybe he's the only one. And it's simply not true. We've had so many people recover here on the channel, myself included. We had so many success stories. We'd have so many people going from top to bottom just by behaving how they want to feel with these positive accepting behaviors instead of trying to fight their thoughts tooth and nail. Just be rational, know that you know the truth, and then behave how you want to feel, right? Because you do know the truth. So, but I still get the sense that there might be some people out there that are like, this is the only guy saying this, and it's just not true. There's so many success stories here on the channel. There's so many positive stories. There's so many articles that exist out there. I mean, there's Dr. Claire Weeks, for fuck's sake. There's so many people out there that swear up and down by acceptance and retraining that, part of the brain, because it is all behavioral based, right? Teaching the brain that there's no need for this alarm. Um, there's so much good stuff out there on this topic. And it's like, I don't want anyone to think I'm the only person in the world who talks about this sort of thing. It's just not true. It's just not true. And if you'll look at most therapies these days, even most therapies are based around the getting the client to the point where they stop fighting, right? That's what most therapies are based on, no matter what title you want to use. So it's like, people forget the basics, man. They overcomplicate it, and they're like, well, I got to do this and I got to do that, and they forget the basics. They forget that really, I'm not saying all therapies, but really most therapies and books and acceptance and techniques and when it comes to anxiety, it really, if you boil it all down, does it not in one way or another come down to not fighting? Like, no matter what kind of dress you want to put on it, at the end of the day, you take that dress off and it comes down to not fighting, right? 90% of the time. So it's like, I don't want anyone out there to think I'm the only one who talks about this. No, literally, everywhere you turn, you're going to figure out sooner or later that if you want to heal, it comes down to retraining that brain, right? Those positive accepting behaviors. Like, no matter which way you turn or what dress you want to put on it, it's going to come down to that. It's going to come down to that. So, but that's the reason I love sharing articles and videos like that, Mel. If you can't find it, that's fine. It's no big deal. I've got plenty of stuff I share every day on the page. I just like to add to my arsenal to try to convince people this is the way. Listen, open your eyes. It's not the easiest thing in the world to make yourself behave like that in the onslaught of an amygdala, but, it's what works. It's what works in the end, so. And if you're caught up on the whole, well, it feels like I'm faking it thing, or if you're caught up on the whole, well, I feel like I'm faking it, I feel like I'm denying my feelings. No, you're accepting your feelings. You're just behaving in the opposite direction. That's all it is. That's like if you were feeling grumpy one day, but you decided to be kind to your neighbor. Nobody's going to question that. Nobody's going to say, well, how dare you be kind even though you felt grumpy? Like, that just, no, that doesn't exist. Nobody says that, right? So it's not a denial of your feelings. You're accepting your feelings. You're just behaving in the opposite direction, right? You're just behaving in the opposite direction of them. And that's not a denial because there's acceptance there. You're just deciding to behave in the opposite direction. Has nothing to do with denial or faking it or any of these other little things that people get caught up on. Now it's stuck in my head. What's up, John? I hope you're doing good, man. What's up, John? I'm doing good, man. Just a wet, rainy day. Just a wet, rainy day. But I'm doing good. I enjoy the rain. Never really had a problem with the rain. Some of my favorite weather. Some of my favorite weather. What's the weather like where you guys are from? Oh, you're in Texas. Okay. Okay. So you got all that snow and ice and all that crap. It'll pass. Everything does. Retrain that brain. Right? Retrain that brain. A lot of people getting snow right now. Okay. A lot of people getting snow. Have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know. Have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know. Have you ever seen the rain? Well, Michelle, if you feel anxious right now, why are you not singing? Why are you not smiling? Don't you know that brain wants to see that? Don't you know that the emotional subconscious brain only learns through behaviors? I know you do. Let's get on track. I wanna know. Have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know. God's got me singing over here, man. Not too loud though. It's too early. It's too early. So let's read something again from one of my favorite articles. You guys know I love to read to you. So let's read something again. All right. Uh, will accepting behaviors too, or is this a separate thing? Julie, you get started on your accepting behaviors and watch what happens, right? We had someone made a comment earlier in chat that said somebody cured their anxiety simply by singing "I Feel Good" by James Brown every time they felt anxious, and they was able to cure their anxiety that way. So really just goes to show you, man, the brain wants to be shown. So again, let's read something else. Let's look at example 2 for a second and translate that to the modern age. Not staying quiet. Well, I can think of no better example than that to sing, and sing loud and proud. Sing on your own or along to one of your favorite songs. As soon as you get home, put on the radio, put on the MP3s on, and sings while you busy yourself with normal pursuits. We are saying to the limbic system, look at me, I'm not under attack. There is no threat. Switch the focus to the rest digest response. In other words, switch off the fight or flight response. Okay? So, simply because we don't feel like performing an activity such as singing, it goes against the advice of the fight or flight response. right? So you're going against the advice of the fight response. And this is what that brain wants to see. This is what that brain wants to see. So there you go. I want to know, have you ever seen the rain? I want to know, have you ever seen the rain? What's up, Olivia? We're just hanging out, chilling. It's raining, man. What's up, Wanderlust? Oh, I'm getting hungry, guys. I'm getting hungry. Hungry. Getting so hungry. Getting so hungry. I don't know what's for breakfast today. I don't know what I'm going to have. But I am getting pretty dang hungry. Well, you're not your mind. You're the one who's aware of it. So to say your mind, so to say you are your mind is to say that you're one with your mind. But if there was no you to hear the mind, then the mind wouldn't exist. So you're not your mind. You're the one who's aware of it, right? There's got to be something there that's aware of it. So look at yourself as the one who's aware of the mind, aware of the feelings, and then you can live independently of them. Then you can choose to live independently of them. That's a beautiful realization. So you're aware of your mind, you're aware of your body, but you can live independently of them. Wanderlust. That's funny. Have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know. Have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know. Have you ever seen the rain? I made a post, that's what I was doing just now. I made a post on the Vacate Fear Facebook page about that comment, about how someone cured their anxiety by singing I Feel Good every time they were anxious. It's funny, but it's so true. It's funny. Your brain wants to see you act in the opposite direction of these feelings while you accept them, so that it can determine whether or not there's a real danger. So it's a funny thing to hear, but it's so true. It's a totally casual stream this morning, guys. We've already made our point of the day stream and whatnot, so don't expect anything like extravagant at this point. You guys know this is like my nighttime basically, so I might start dragging a little bit, but we're hanging out, we're chilling. We're just all hanging out together. But I hope you're smiling and laughing and retraining that brain. No, I didn't break, John. We're just chilling this morning. We're just chilling this morning. This isn't like one of my main streams or whatever. I just wanted to come on here and do a quick little stream, see what you guys were up to. It's like, this is like my nighttime. I'm just chilling. I'm butt ass naked. So, I mean, I don't really want to do. I'd like to keep my YouTube channel. I'd like to keep my YouTube channel. So, no webcam today, folks. No webcam today. Hey, I can't be the only one who thinks when you're in your natural habitat and you're in your natural surroundings. There's no better way, okay? Clothes are a prison, but we're not doing the webcam. We're not starting an OnlyFans either. Come on, chat, get it together, all right? I mean, I'm like Indian style. I got my blanket over my head and shit, 'cause it's kind of chilly. It's kind of chilly in here. I should be asleep. It's coming that time for me. It's slowly coming that time for me. I'm in a severely sensitive state. I don't even want to get out of bed. So, somebody made a comment earlier that they cured their anxiety by every time that they felt that way, they sang I Feel Good by James Brown. This goes to show you that the emotional subconscious part of the brain that wants to know whether or not it can turn off your protection is determined by how you behave. So if you're in a severely sensitive state, and I feel for you because I know how that feels. I know you feel like dog crap. But what would happen if you sat at least, okay, and I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you what to do, but what would happen if you at least sat up in bed and smiled and sang your favorite song? And then what would happen if you built on that? So it's not a denial of the feelings. You're accepting the feelings, but you're acting in the opposite direction of them, right? So what would happen if you at least sat up in bed and at least smiled and at least sang your favorite song and ate something, right? Or whatever. I don't know. I can't tell you what to do. It's up to you. But what do you think would happen if that's how the subconscious emotional part of the brain learns? If it doesn't speak any other language but your behaviors, then what do you think would happen, right? So what you do with that information is up to you. All I can do is tell you that the emotional subconscious part of the brain, it determines whether or not to keep your AKA protection turned on, AKA anxiety, based on the way you behave, right? So if you behave in an accepting positive manner, even though you feel like crap, if you behave in the opposite direction of anxiety, while you of course accept it, right? What do you think would happen? So that's the thing. Um, you know, the reason people don't take this and run with it, because that's really simple to understand. But I feel like the reason people don't take that and just run with it and start healing immediately is because A, they have doubts, or B, they just feel like crap, or a mixture of the two. But here's the thing. As far as the doubts are concerned, or if you just feel like crap, what do you have to lose, right? I mean, let's just be as blunt as possible as far as those doubts go. Like, what do you have to lose at this point? If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't, right? It will work. Okay, spoiler alert, it will work. But hey, live by that. If you've got such big doubts, live by that. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just go for it. Find out for yourself. It will work, but whatever. If you've got doubts, you got doubts. But what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? That's my point. That's my point, chat. My point is, what do you have to lose? I know you feel like shit, and I'm not throwing you under the bus saying you don't, because I've been there. God, I know you feel like shit. But what do you have to lose? If getting up and singing your favorite song and letting that build and continuing with positive behaviors will get you out of this state, what do you have to lose to try it, right? And to keep at it. All right, chat. I cannot continue this stream without getting something to eat. My stomach is growling at this point. So I'm going to at least have to go get something to snack on. I'm going to switch to the BRB screen chat, and then I'll be right back. Alright, chat. I'm back. That took me a lot longer than I thought it would. I apologize for that. But I had to get me something to eat. I was dragging. I'm still eating, actually, at the moment. Mm-mm-mm. You know your boy can't cook. Your boy lives out the microwave. You know that, chat. You already know that, chat. Your boy lives out the microwave. I can't cook. It's pretty damn good though. I love these Hungry Man meals. How many people here in chats lived off Hungry Man meals? Shit's good. That's good. Mm-mm-mm. It's kind of boring without music. Let's get some happy vibe music going. Happy music, no copyright. There we go. Perfect. Uh, ads. Oh no, I didn't catch it in time. Oh well. Happy music, copyright free. This song is apparently called Lights. So let's see. See if this song's any good as soon as this ad goes off. What was that? Hey Jordan, thank you for subscribing, dude. I appreciate it. So this is apparently happy music, chat. Let's see how this goes. Okay. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. We can get into it maybe. It's not that bad. Okay. Okay, we got a little beat going. Mmm. My husband likes them. They're so good. The Hungry Man meals, they're so good. I've seen people talk smack about them before, and I'm just like, look, you're spoiled. You're spoiled. There's no other way to put that. You don't like a good Hungry Man meal? You're spoiled. It feels like I'm in fucking Candyland, dude. I don't know about this after all, chat. Let's try this one. Let's try this one instead. Alright, talk to me, chat. Talk to me. How's everybody doing today? Come on, you guys know I'm all about those positive accepting behaviors, but I'm not seeing any smiley faces in the chat. I'm not seeing any emojis. I'm not seeing people telling me about things they enjoy. I'm not seeing anybody telling me about their hobbies. I'm not seeing any of that, chat. Come on, where we at? Where you at, chat? Wake up. Wake up, man. Emotional subconscious part of the brain learns by positive behaviors. What are you doing, chat? We had someone earlier said they watched a video of a guy who cured his anxiety by singing I feel good every time he felt anxious. What are you doing, chat? Let's get going. We got a life to live here, dude. Come on, chat. Oh, I just spilled Dr. Pepper all over myself, chat. Alright, then I guess I'll have to clean that up later. He likes the double chicken ones. I don't know if I've ever tried those. The one I just had was the steak and gravy. Yeah, I just had the steak and gravy one. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Pretty good. Not complaining. Bum 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 bum. This playlist is actually pretty catchy. I might have to use this again in the future. Just wish there wasn't so many ads at the beginning. It kind of breaks the momentum. Come on, advertisement. Let's go. I like it. I like whatever this is. That would be awesome, Wonderlust. I've thought about it, right? I just haven't. Really no excuse there. Really no good excuse there. But that would be awesome. That would be amazing. Oh, my breakfast of Dr. Pepper. So good, so good. Oh, I have a feeling that food's gonna put me out, though. Like I do, I really do. I have a feeling that's gonna put me out. Oh, it might be my bedtime, chat. It might be my bedtime, chat. Alright, you know what? I am gonna go ahead and end this one here. I can already feel the food kicking in. Like, I can feel it. Alright, chat, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here. But I will see you very, very soon. Make sure you like, subscribe, and again, I'll see you soon. Stay awesome, everyone.